Hey everybody, welcome back to another review. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. This film actually came out today, and hopefully I'll have this review out by this weekend. That film being El Conde, which was co-written and directed by Pablo Larraín, who you'd know for films such as Jackie and Spencer most recently. Um, he brings us a satire of Augusto Pinochet, who was a Chilean soldier. He then became a dictator. Um, they represent him through the skies of a vampire. Um, so they represent his overall desires and his drives, his motives through the confines of a gothic-like setting, and it's very embracing of those types of lenses and those types of sensibilities. And what you get from El Conde um, is something rather blatant in terms of its metaphors. I mean, it's pretty standard and simplistic in terms of a foundation, and and thematically it's all within that. It's also very easy to follow. It's about someone's ability to quite literally drain the humanity out of individuals and their drive to do so, and within that birthing that desire within others to act on their own interest. Basically their own selfishness, their greed. Um, so it's very easy going, and it's very easy to follow. I think that conceptually, it is rather thin, but it is quite nostalgic in terms of its aesthetics. I think that aesthetically, I'm always won over by black and white, but to add the gothic elements, I think that it enhances it quite a bit. And it echoes, reminds me of such things as the original Dracula and films from said era. It's quite nostalgic, and it's also, though simple, it is engaging. There's a craftsmanship that is being handled. There's many sequences involving flying, which are meant to be exaggerative and in overall presentation. Um, and um, those scenes, especially with one scene, I won't spoil it, but there's I guess you could say a birthing of sorts. The results of temptation through a particular individual. Um, it's it's quite beautiful. It's quite haunting, and the the craftsmanship just in general with that attention towards ideas such as temptation and greed. Um, it's handled very very well in that respect. But I think that the issues stem from its simplicity. I think that's a film that wants to be more dimensional, but it's ultimately relying on a certain dimension, which is that of what's set up. So um, it has fair performances, and it is grotesque at some points, uh, but um, I found it to be mediocre, but the type of mediocre that is, you know, that is, um, that is, uh, that is entertaining, I guess, or that is just fine in overall design, because it's very blatant in what it's about. And I think that there are some technicalities, some technical, stuff that I felt was a bit unwarranted. There's a heavy reliance to narration, which I felt wasn't wasn't really that needed. Um, and as I said, I wish that there were more dimensions to it overall. But I think what you get here is something conceptually interesting, but in overall execution is just pretty standard. So not bad, but I wish that it was. I wish there was more to offer, especially knowing what Pablo did previously in Spencer, which was just amazing and just filled with not only just better performances, but in just just overall qualities. There was just so much more to glean from Spencer. With this, it's much too knowing. And I just wish that there was a little bit more mystery and a little bit more to feed on than what we already know or what's already been laid out to us. So yeah, I thought it was fine ultimately, but I wish there was more than that. So those are my thoughts on El Conde. It just came out on Netflix, so if you guys want to check it out for yourselves, go check it out. It's fine, but maybe you might like it more than I did. If you guys have seen it, though, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the film. And yeah, so that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got more content coming down the line, so hope you guys will enjoy all that when it comes out. And until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.